It is like, this is a level 100 Amugi, so like this is definitely like a great sword player, not like a guy who's like, I like pressing the heavy button on Amugi. Yeah, it's definitely very interesting, and I think obviously it can potentially work. I'm looking forward to seeing it as well, because we typically don't see these two things together. We may see them separately, but we haven't really seen anybody ever use them together very often.
Well, one thing that is nice for the Amugi is he's got a decent amount of defense, very similar to that setup with the Queen 9. Nice DI there, goes up off the second side air.
He's gonna need it. He's gonna need all of it. One, he has a lot of damage, and then two, he's obviously dealing with two very scary Terroses here.
Ooh, good coverage there. That's Rec behind Anto, who ends up hitting a side light, and the Terros was not able to punish that with.
Now we did see Rec go for the D-Light into the side air when he was on the soft platform. I don't know if that's because he thought in that moment the left blast zone is closer than the top one, given that we are in most Isley, that's going to be a K falling there. Or if he was too worried about like inputting it or potentially not KOing because this is most Isley and the ceiling is so high, much to the chagrin of many Blasters players out there, myself included. Not to Terroses though, who can KO off the top with the Axe D-Sig and then get the follow-up after that, and we're basically even.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of damage on the blue team. That wasn't too surprising that those ended up KOing, but good on the red team. Didn't take too much damage in the meantime. Right now, blue team's struggling a little bit just because Anto doesn't have a weapon. He was floating in the air, which is something you really don't want to do when you've got 3 movement speed.
Okay, it was looking a little bit worrisome from Rec right. Oh, Anto's gonna fall into the blast zone on the left side. I saw Rec start to get active, and then like I started looking at Rec because he was kind of zoned out of the fight for a little while Anto was taking a lot of damage, and then Anto just ended up falling on the left side. That's tough. That's starting to really put. Okay, potentially most Isley saving him there.
Yeah, ceiling high enough that Rec didn't immediately get deleted on the respawn. You can see Kay and Kaiser getting a lot more eager there. They're starting to chase out. Anto will hit that side air. Things cleaned up, but blue team a little hurt.
Oh, that's going to turn Anto red. He's over on the left soft platform. I was worried he was going to get punished after that dash and D-Light.
Okay, falling side air, not quite enough. Meanwhile, opportunity here for the red team to just collapse onto Rec. Weren't able to do it. Just the nair to take out Anto.
It's like every move that he's going to throw out, other than like a side light, is going to lock you down for so long.
That is kind of the pitfall of Blasters in the 1v2. Like, it's great in the 2v2, right? You got that setup. Wow, no punish on that dare. But when you're in the 1v2, you're just locking yourself down. Again, no punish.
Okay, the Rec movement. Oh, that's it. Yeah, right there, dude. You're not going to get caught, or you're going to get caught doing that. You're not going to get off scot-free side-sticking like that in the middle of the stage. He did take 619 damage before all things were said and done. So, like, pretty solid amount of damage. That's partially, like, his positioning. So he's not taking, like, the KO moves really close to the blast zone or anything like that. The stocks are not getting stolen from him. But a good showing from Rec and Anto. But it's just, like, Kay and Kaiser. This double Terros is so scary. Both of them going into the strength stance. It's just really difficult to deal with.
Yeah, it felt like once they were able to lock in on their second stocks, then they were just ready to go. But like, I do think the blue team had a really strong start. They were able to extend those stocks a decent amount. But man, once the red team just started swinging, like you said, like they hit hard. Oh, okay.
We're gonna need Anto to step it up here. Last game only doing 304 damage and also took less damage overall, despite being such a high defense legend compared to Rec. So yeah, this game is definitely gonna have to be a step up from Anto. He's gonna get caught by some team damage there. One side air from K, the other side air from Kaiser.
Unfortunate there. Rec had both red team members locked up in his Blaster's attacks, but Anto was busy. I think he didn't have his dodge because he ended up just doing a ground pound right in front of them, which likely should have been like a gravity cancel down sig or something. Chasing high. Both red team members split. There's an opportunity for some KOs.
Nice. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought that was going to make a connection, but he didn't have the frames for it. At least they get the full team wipe off of that. And the survivability of Rec, he has not taken hardly any damage so far this game. He's not even really in the orange, but one more hit from either of these Terros will do it.
I mean, maybe this is them playing into their characters in the sense that, like, obviously Anto coming in here with more defense than Rec. He's going to be that front liner and kind of that, like, O-line, right? And then Rec's behind him trying to just put out damage.
Yep, the job of the O-line is to get hit. Like, that's just the way that position is going to work. So yeah, like he's acting as the tank.
Nice. Rex doing a really good job getting this damage up onto Kaiser and K, but gets caught by that side air. Ant needs to not fall here.
Ooh, the down air. Didn't even technically send off screen.
Nice. Oh. Weren't able to catch off that bounce from the down air. Rec immediately disengages once that team combo, but they're both caught, and Sig doesn't hit the side Sig follow-up.
Oh, is K gonna get the follow? Yes! Yeah. I love when one member will get sent over to the edge, whether it's like the opponent or whether because of team damage, and then they get the follow-up off of that. I love seeing those.
Yeah, just being aware of where you are, but that's the evener now. Everybody onto their final stocks. Kaiser a little bit more damage, but Anto, stuck between two Terroses, manages to get away without too much damage.
Yeah, there's like 2 hits from the axe that hit Anto, like instantly put him on the same damage plane as Kai.
Ooh, that's a risky down Sig, man. The way that he got punished earlier for that, I'm surprised he's still throwing those.
Yeah, I don't think he's really seen that much success with it, and he has been punished for it, so not really working out for him just yet.
Okay, this could be really bad.
Yeah, Anto is not in a good spot to be able to respond to this stuff. Finally now picking up a weapon with the axe. The Insig going to completely whiff, and the second swipe of K's down Sig.
Blue team's been split for too long. They're not able to get into their respective positions. That side air, the side signature. Suddenly, blue team has what they need. K here, 1v2, unarmed.
Ooh, okay, that's just going to do it. Yeah, that's going to be the KO move there, coming out from the level 100 of Mugi. Anto, this time doing 500 damage, only really took 486, so doing a pretty good job of avoiding moves compared to the previous game that we saw. And exactly what we said, that's Anto stepping up right there. That's also Rec doing better than he did the previous game as well, and all of a sudden, they have a victory on their hands. This is Anto doing 500 damage. Of course, you're an Mugi player, so we expect you to be a greatsword user, and looking at the numbers, that's exactly what it is. 332 damage on the greatsword compared to 64 on the axe.
Yeah, I mean, K and Kaiser weren't sleeping either. They were able to put up good damage too, 515 and 467. 3, 2, but the blue team just managed to hold out at the very end. The red team had them split, and I was really worried because Anto left in the 1v2, I think would be trouble, especially because Rec was getting launched there in the deep red, but red team wasn't able to finish off those stocks. Here we are now into the next one, and red team double axes.
That's 3 axes on the board now as Anto throws that one away. Going to be picking up a great sword here into his hand. Does get at least 1 hit off of that. 1-for-1 hit after Rec got hit there as well. Anto just kind of floating around trying to figure out where he fits into how the gameplay is going right now. The D-Light makes a connection, but then Rec pulls out of that and continues his pressure on Red.
I like that from Anto. Unfortunate he got KO'd for it, but he did try to cover for Rec. Rec ran in there with a little of a dangerous side signature, but Anto tried to cover. Neutral signature will get a stock for the blue team. Down Sig thrown out, but it gets interrupted. This time it won't, and it'll get a KO.
Oh, the ground pound from Anto is going to do it again. Okay, he finally got the D-Sig to connect that he wanted to. He's been waiting for that one.
Yeah, he was definitely trying to do it. That time it was against an unarmed opponent, much easier to hit and a lot harder to get punished for. 2-piece. Okay, Rec comes in, interrupts. You saw K coming over. There was stars that came out, so he was trying to recovery after it.
Oh, that's gonna KO, man, dude. That KOing on the turtle. It was like, yeah, it was on the left side, but like it wasn't that far on the left side. Okay, can Rec get back from this? The recovery is gonna KO him, and Anto is going to get back. K doesn't even attempt the edge guard.
Yeah, I mean, he gets away with it, right? Like, they have the stock advantage as long as K can keep it. That was a good trade in favor of the red team. And you see K chase dodge forward, trying to hit in there. Ground pound connects, and K's gonna lose that stock. Kaiser's gotta be careful.
Okay, nice little 2-piece coming out from Anto. Unfortunately, the landing down air from Rec didn't immediately land the follow-up, but he's fighting little chip damage here and there. There's a side air from Rec, a little bit of team damage, not too interruptive.
Sig thrown out from K, left side, Rec 1v1ing Kaiser. Kaiser unarmed. All right, red team gets back to the middle, but the side sig is going to put it down to the 1v2 for K.
Sig's really coming into play here for Anto. There's the D-Light into the side air with the whiffed recovery from Anto. With the attempt to add insult to injury, they didn't even need it. Great game from Anto and Rec. They're really turning these things around.
And it's crazy because there's so many moments where, like, if you pause, it looks like it's the red team that's having a good time. Like, they have so much potential, especially with, like, how hard those SIGs are hitting. They're, like, taking out so early, but it's just not quite getting them over the finish line. So many times the blue team's able to clutch up and keep those stocks going just a little bit longer.
And that's a relatively low damage game all across the board. Like, Anto and Rec ended up winning that, but they only put how much damage total? They only put out 845 damage total, which is like relatively low. Typically, we see 1K plus, or at least around there, with like one person doing 500, mid 500s, one person doing like mid 400s, or like anything all across the board there, doing around 1K damage. But this is 845 on the winning team, and that wasn't even the team that got like that side signature on the axe from Teros that KO'd super early.
I mean, part of it was like the insane edge guarding that was happening.
Yeah, that
Lots
too.
of stocks that got taken out a little early. Anto right now already getting pinballed. Really rough start here to game number 4. Okay,
ooh,
good falling side air from K.
Wow. Rec gonna try and camp the wall as best he can. He kept the red team away with the side air, zoned him out. Nice target swap there coming out from Rec, hitting it down around both members of the red team. Now a D-Light into the neutral air onto K.
Ooh, Kaiser not able to react in time. Rec was flying past him, but he didn't opt for the swing there. Rec hit by the 2-piece, but that's not going to KO. Neutral light, that'll do it. Right side, Anto going deep with the down sig, but he gets back to the wall. He should be safe.
Yeah, that was, oh, the weapon toss. I don't know if that was a save or if that was just lucky on the weapon swap out. But yeah, it was great maneuvering from Anto to get back and avoid both members of the red team. And then Rec is going to follow that up with a double KO, full team wipe. And we're basically back to even. Blue team's just a little bit behind. They do have weapon control, though. Kaiser's going to be looking for the next spawn. There it is, and it's a hammer.
Oh man, not able to punish that with neutral signature. Both red team members were right in position, but once again, Rec does a really good job just throwing out these side airs and making it so that Anto gets away with it. A little too split this time, and yeah, red team didn't take advantage, get some good damage put out onto Anto. Side sig, Anto down to his final stock.
This is a little bit scary. That's going to disarm Rec. He's on his way back, but you instantly see Anto move over to the left side of the stage to try and relieve some of the pressure on his teammate. He's still without a weapon, though. Unfortunately, Rec did grab the set of blasters. Okay. This is looking a little bit scary for Blue. More than a little bit scary. Oh, you can't just do that.
Stomp into the recovery. Rec in position. Clash out there, but Anto did get the wall touch. He's got the jumps. He's back onto the stage safely. Red team, though, plenty of stocks. Easy punish for K.
Dude. He didn't even slide charge that one either, so that was also burning his dodge, even if he didn't get caught with the immediate punish after that. And Rec, it's looking like I can't believe he was able to get away from that. He's not going to be able to get away for long. There's the D-Light into the ground pound, but Kai attempting to save himself is going to give Rec the recovery up.
I mean, it's still 4 stocks to 1.
Yeah.
Red team can play around with their food a little bit in this position right now, but this is a battle for that game 5. You know they still want it, and that'll do it, down sig.
After the charge up, the second swipe on the down sig, it's going to be 607 damage coming out from Kaiser. The Teros is too scary. It's just too scary.
I don't know if it's about the Teroses or if it's about Anto, man. Putting out 217 damage, like, I hate to put the spotlight on the person who struggled the most there, but I think he recognized, like, he was getting knocked around a little bit, just wasn't able to really stay on stage. And so we're seeing some swaps come out of the blue team here in game number 5. Rec locked in on the Sir Roland. I have no idea what Anto's got paired with this.
Yeah, Anto's going to be coming in with the Jae Yun. We haven't really seen Jae Yun in kind of a minute in twos. It's like the handful of people that tend to play twos with Greatsword at a high level. It's kind of like Money Holla right now. There aren't very many other ones that are out there doing it, or they've swapped and they play something else.
Well, we'll see what Anto can do with this as we get right on into game number 5, elimination side of things. Neither team wants to get knocked out here after just getting into the top 8.
see some nice movement from Anto here, utilizing that soft platform to cancel some of his movement onto it quickly, to get that grounded attack. He's also using the signature kit so far. We already saw him hit a neutral signature.
Yeah, man, you're talking about Anto's movement. It's definitely schmoving right now, as he's been using those soft platforms, like you said, coming down with some tricky stuff. Red team not really able to punish it.
Rec going for the D-Light down air into the recovery option. Okay, Anto continuing to use the signature kit. He's already using it like better than he did as a movie.
For sure. Landing more, and it feels more threatening. Right now, Rec able to come up first. Even though he's more damaged, he was more confident. He had that weapon. Downlight recovery is not going to do it. Anto falls to the right side, and Rec will join him.
It's a shame he falls after that, because right before that, Rec had a fantastic dodge that he gravity canceled into a D-Light into the recovery. The recovery didn't KO. We're hearing the axes swing and make contact.
Yeah, man. K just hit a 4-piece onto Anto and was going for more, but now that they're back on the main stage, here comes Rec. Clean up the stock of K. Right side. Rec's in a little bit of trouble, but Anto's right there for the coverage. K with the punish. Side signature.
Nice side air punish there from Rec. Just like waiting for the red team member to come in so that they can punish after a whiffed attack. Ooh, the zoning D-Sig almost hits the neutral signature. Actually, a little bit of team damage coming out from Red on that. Kind of stepped on each other's toes.
Rec starting to just utilize that signature kit. Saw that Kaiser was in the red. Left side, Anto has to survive this.
Oh, that was close.
Okay, that's one.
Nice attempt at the save there from Rec as well. Like, Anto didn't really need to be saved in that moment with a weapon toss to interrupt his momentum, but the timing on it and the reaction was there to show that Rec has that situational awareness. It's better to do and not need it than need it and not do it.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, and that's going to KO. Wow, that was like a really delayed KO.
Oh, yep, that's going to be
really
a KO for sure there. Rec is out of the game off of that one. Recovery off the top, another recovery, still not enough to KO. That would have been huge. That would have given Anto a much more powerful position going into this 1v2.
Kaiser, the more damaged one. The recovery not going to do it. That's a burn dodge on the spot. Dodge sweat beating. Currently unarmed, and that's 2 side airs in the face of Anto. That's going to be K and Kaiser continuing on.
And they did it in game 5, and this is Anto showing that swap over to Jae-Yun. Like, it paid pretty well out to him, doing 636 damage. He also took 540, so that's pretty good. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. 401 coming out from Rec. He was able to find 3 KOs, but it wasn't enough. The Terra